sealed matches, progression matches, and memes. This show has it all. Welcome to the Seal of Prog-richalcos.
Happy New Year everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of the Seal of Prog-richalcos. Sorry it's been a while since the last episode. I got sick just after Christmas and have kind of been dealing with a bit of a head cold for about a week or two now, so my voice isn't too great, as you can probably tell here. My sinuses are still a little blocked up, but I wanted to do a recording session just so I could get to work on doing the editing for this video, so I could produce content for a series that nobody watches. Alright, before we get to today's sets, let's take a look at the series scores. At the moment I'm on 64 and Tobias is on 46, so he's catching me up quite a bit, but we've still got 18 wins ahead, so the small gains he was making in the progression matches has slowly started to stagnate.
This isn't life, it's stagnation.
And maybe your New Year's resolution will be that you won't play the water deck anymore.
You serious?
A man can dream, right? Anyway, let's take a look at today's sets. Now this set is absolutely bonkers. Looking at the secret rares, there are a couple of cards that are absolutely insane should either of us pick them up. Those are Light and Darkness Dragon and your boy Gauze. Everything else here, either we have already with the ring, or they just look cool but aren't very practical, like with the Blue Eye Shining, Dragon Master Knight and the Victory Dragon. Like with the secret rares, the ultra rares aren't too good for us at this moment in time. We obviously have the one Jinzo, so it would be nice to get more copies of this card, as it's just generally a strong boss monster. Mill was also pretty interesting, but probably not too needed. Thousand Eyes Restrict we luckily already have a copy of. Unite We Stand is funny and like gimmicky Samurai Benkai decks, but other than that, not very good. Injection Fairy Lily, obviously Tobias has, and I don't think I'd want even if I pulled it. And Dark Wall Hadaz is kind of okay. Whereas we have a lot of good stuff here. We've got the Mage Power, Magic Cylinder, another Crack and Necro Valley. We did manage to pull one of these back in Pharaonic Guardians, but it would be nice to buff up our playsets. Morphine Jar's crazy. Donzalug's pretty good. Even your Matter Dragon's really funny. Same with their Night Parsat, that's like a decent one tribute monster if we ever want to pivot back to our Chaos deck. Royal Decree as well, just a card that just like shuts down traps, that doesn't require a tribute summon, insane. There's also more shots at Lava Golem, Hinakaga Suchi, lots of good stuff here. Even Limiter Removal could allow us to play some crazy machine decks going forward. In the commons though, this is where the set truly shines, just because almost all of these cards are bangers. Premature Burial, Call of the Haunted, Dust Tornado. These three cards, no amount of crossout as well. Like I think we've had access to this once before, but it was like an ultra round the set and neither of us pulled it. But just the ability to potentially get multiple of some of these insane spell and traps is nuts. Even stuff like Gemini Elf and Goblin Attack Force, just more like reliable, strong beaters for like certain strategies. Mask of Restrict could be really cool as a side deck card against Monarchs when they come up. Tornado Wall if Tobias actually does want to play an interesting water deck with that and Gravity Bind. Torrential Tribute, nutty card. Card of Safe Return for synergizing with stuff like the Premature Burial and the Call of the Haunted. Another shot at Bazoo and Kaiku, Yatagarasu, Bottomless, Book of Taiyu, Book of Moon, Spear Dragon, Asura Priest, Gravekeeper's Spy. We only have one of this card. This is nuts that we get another shot at all of these awesome DM era staples, stalwart cards. Anyway, I've harped on long enough about the wonders of this set. Let's take a look over our collection and see what we managed to pull. We are opening 6 of these, so we'll get 72 cards. So, 4-star Ladybug of Doom. Didn't even mention this card before. ALO, couple of Magnet Warriors. We did get another Bazooz that buffs up our playset. Double Card of Safe Returns, crazy. Donzalug, also a nutty card. More Spies, that's perfect. We've got a playset of Spy now. Premature Burial, we got 3 of. Okay, the game's over now, Tobias. I'm gonna have 3 of this in the sealed match. You are absolutely cooked. No run across out at 3 as well. It's really good. This would be like a staple side deck card just in case Tobias ever pivots to some sort of flip strategy. A couple of Torrential Tributes as well. Oh man, this is gonna be like a high-powered sealed match.
Now you're playing with power.
What you are looking at is quite probably my best sealed deck I've ever had.
You're gonna be eating those words.
This deck looks absolutely insane. We've got the 4-star Ladybug of Doom. This card has always been crazy every time we've played it on Tabasa. It just wipes out its entire board, never sees it coming. Asura Priest is pretty good at just being able to attack into multiple monsters and clear them, and then bounce it back to the hand so you can make sure you have it for your next turn. Bazoo, if we get stuff in the graveyard that we don't want to revive with the triple premature burial, we'd always banish them with Bazoo just to buff them up. Donzaloo, crazy card. If he attacks directly, he gets his sniper card out of the opponent's hand. You know me and my Robin Goblin.
I love you.
Having that on a body, insane. Freed, the Matchless General, is a decent 1 tribute monster. He can't be targeted by spell effects, which I don't think matters too much in this set, other than like Book of Moon. But also in my draw phase, instead of drawing, I can just add a level 4 lower white monster from deck to hand. Double Goblin Attack Force, 2300, does have the downside where it swaps to defense mode, but in general we're just using this guy to out something, and even if it's in defense mode we can then like creature swap it over potentially, which could be funny. Triple Spy, we don't have any other Gravekeepers, but just Spy floating onto Spy is insane. 2000 defense is really hard to get over. We've got 2 Guardian Sphinx, so as well as the Freed, which is more of an offensive card, Guardian Sphinx is a very strong 1 tribute, so provided he doesn't get attacked when you set him, you can then flip him next turn, bounce everything to Tabasa controls back to the hand. We've got the 1 Kaiser Seahorse. This guy is just here for 1700 attack, no synergy whatsoever. Revival Jam I absolutely love, because whilst we're obviously playing the triple premature burial for Graveyard Recall, we have the double card of safe return, so anytime a monster summons from our graveyard we get to draw a card. So obviously that synergizes nicely with premature burial, but it also synergizes with Revival Jam. So if Revival Jam gets destroyed by battle, pay 1000, next standby phase, get summoned back in defense mode, we can draw if we've got the card of safe return. That seems pretty good to me, and will also allow us to potentially get into our bigger tributes by tributing him off.
Nice.
We've got the Spear Dragon, 1900, and can pierce. Does go to defense like with the Goblin Attack Force, but that's okay. Yatagarasu, I really want to win with this card. Alpha, he's not exactly an Alpha Chad, but he's got decent-ish stats. Gemini Elf and Opticlops round out our monsters. These 2 are actually good vanillas. For the spells, we've got double Book of Moon, double Creature Swap. This card is very nice, having this really good synergy with the Goblin Attack Force and the Spear Dragon if they're in defense mode, and just being away with it, we can just give Tabasa a really weak monster. We can even like give him a Revival Jam, run over it, then trigger the Revival Jam in our graveyard to summon it back on our next turn, which is pretty funny.
The movies they call this foreshadowing.
Given we have a few warriors in the Goblin Attack Force and the Donzalug and Freed, we are playing double Lightning Blade. No mana cross out, this is primarily here because of Guardian Sphinx and the Gravekeeper Spy. Triple Premature Burial, obviously best card in the set, insane. Double Bottomless, again just a really strong removal. Chain Destruction is kind of cool, so if Tabasa plays like a weakish monster that could be problematic, we can use this to get rid of every other copy of it from Tabasa's hand and main deck. So let's say he flips over a Spy, we can then chain this and get rid of the 2 spies from his deck so he can't summon another one, so that could be really cool. We've got Dark Spirit of the Sun. This is a card I still don't really understand how it works, and every time Tabasa's used it on me I've never really worked out exactly what happens.
Because you're stupid!
But reading it now, if Tabasa attacks me with a monster, I negate that attack, then I can pick another one of Tabasa's monsters to make that attack instead, which seems kind of cool. I mean, it just basically means we can stop one of his big beaters from attacking and maybe force like a weenie thing to attack. We've got the Nightmare Wheel. This can be used to shut down one of Tabasa's offensive threats, and then we've got the double Torrential Tribute just to wipe the board. Inside we've just got Mad Sword Beast, ALO, but a third Book of Moon, third Creature Swap, double Dark Room, I don't think it's going to become up at all, double Emergency Provisions, a third Lightning Blade, third No Man, double Skull Invitation, and double Tornado Wall. I kind of feel like this deck is almost unbeatable. Let's get into the games and see how we do. Alright, looking at our opening hand, we've got the classic card of Safe Return Revival Jam combination, an absolute staple back in the olden days. No mana cross out to Tabasa goes defensive, and Bazoo and Bottomless as our sort of real offensive threats. All good. Thankfully he's just gone for a simple set, and that means we have an easy target with our cross out. Gotta fire that down, see what Tabasa's cooking. The Spy. Oh, get them all out of here, Tabasa. Get it out of your deck. Right, we have drawn the Azure Priest, but instead we're just going to go for the Revival Jam. As long as we've got the card of Safe Return to back it up, we know that we can just draw infinitely with this dude. Revival Jam, hit on him for 1500. And with that, we're going to pass the turn. Tabasa's turn. Down comes the Parasite Parasite. Oh, for the creature swap. I'm actually okay with that. That means if I just kill the Revival Jam with my Bastion next turn, I can survive it for myself. So the boss is just going to plonk on over his Parasite and deal 1000 to me. Our turn. Okay, Torrential is not too bad. We're just going to go for the Azor here. Swing on in, deal 200, and then as it hits the graveyard, we're going to pay the 1,000 so that next turn we can revive the Revival Jam and draw a card. Azor Priest bounces back to hand, and we're going to pass the turn. The bastards go. Bzzz, comes down. We're just going to go bottomless. Our turn in the standby phase, the Revival Jam is going to come on back, and we're going to draw an additional one. That's the card of safe return. And look at that, we've drawn a second card of safe return. This is just crazy. We're going to slam down the second one. So now every time the Revival Jam revives itself, we will gain a whopping two cards. Okay, Bazoo, hit on him, baby boy. We're not going to boost you up. We can only possibly boost you. We can't even boost you. We've got nothing in the graveyard. If we're going to boost you, I want to be boosting you to 22. Play the clip. Alright, Tabasa go. Down comes Dark Room of Nightmare. I don't think there's that many burn cards in the set, but the Goblin Attack Force is a pretty nice out to the Bazoo. We're going to take 700 here, and we're never going to get a chance for Bazoo to pop off. Goblin Attack Force is going to swap to defense mode, and it's back to us. We draw the Opticlops, which is pretty poggers here. Down, we're going to summon it, and then we're just going to head into battle. Revival Jam, get over the Attack Force, and then the Opticlops is going to go. I beam him for death. Booyah! Tabasa's turn. Got another Goblin Attack Force comes down, and Opticlops meets its end. We're just going to take a piddly 500 and back to Argyle. Dark Spirit is fine. We're just going to go for the Azor Priest line, go for the Revival Jam, clear the Goblin, and then Azor Priest can hit on him for 17 before returning to our hand in the end phase. Tabasa's turn. At this point, if the boss doesn't have a monster, that is a monster. We'll see how it does. Right, we're drawing the Chain Destruction, not too useful. We're just going to go for the Azor Priest, head to battle, hit on in.
Get wrecked, scrub.
Oh, the 4-star Ladybug of Doom is on the other foot. So that's what it feels like, watching your dreams all die. From where I'm standing, damn. Right, we're just going to have to end the turn here. Setting down the Chain Destruction. Pass. Sadly, we do also lose our Revival Jam forever now, because its effect only works when destroyed by battle. Thankfully, Tobias doesn't seem to have a monster. And this is the draw. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Tobias, are you ready to lose? I summon the Yatagawasu, and with this, you will never draw another card. Kaya, poke one in for 200, and the game is over. Tobias has no answer for the burb. The burb is the worm.
Everybody's heard that the bird is the word. A bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. A bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. A bird, bird, bird.
Boom! The Yatalok. We achieved it, baby! Okay, this is a substantially less good hand. We do have the card of safe return and premature bow, which is quite nice, but we don't really have any monsters that can do anything. So we're also just going to go for the set. Our turn, we're going to draw the Donzalug. I love to see him. Not too useful at the moment. We're going to go for Alpha. Kind of plays under bottomless, and it's like, okay, I don't really care about losing it, so we're just going to go for battle, see what we're dealing with. Gravekeeper Spy, short. Tobias is going to be able to short up his defenses by summoning another one out from the deck. With no back row, we're just going to pass the turn. Tobias, go. One is getting, they're both getting tributed for Buster Blader. Ain't you gonna feel dumb when I creature swap that next turn, Tobias? Right, we're gonna take 1200 damage here from the Alpha, absolutely getting wrecked by Buster! Our turn, Dark Room Nightmare. I don't know why we started this in. I didn't see any burn from either player here, so I'm not sure why that card just made its way into the main deck. Anyway, we're gonna go for the Bazoo. We're gonna go for the creature swap. What? The Magic Drain! That's why we sided in the Dark Room of Nightmare, baby, so we could discard it for the Magic Drain.
All according to plan.
Really?
Everything, these draws, they're pre-planned. I know exactly what's gonna happen. Get that out of here. Give me your Buster Blader. Buster Blader, kill my Bazoo. Yogo. Kaiser Seahorse. Man, and another creature swap. Okay, this Blader has no loyalty. He's just swapping sides willy-nilly. We're gonna take 900 here, and it's over to us. Double Premature is nice. We can get out of the sticky situation, which is what we're going to have to do because we don't want to take a buttload of damage, and we're hoping we can maybe draw something good here. We'll revive the Bazoo, draw a Kaiser Seahorse, pass a turn. And we're going to buff ourselves up to 19. Down comes the Goblin, and we are going to be taking, what is this, 3,000 damage here. Oof. Our turn, we do have the other premature, which we're just going to have to go here, pay 800, bring back the Bazoo, hope we draw something that can save us. Revival Jam is nice, but not enough. Okay, mostly offensive, that's it. We've got the creatures drop, which is kind of nice if Tobias does end up going the best available. We're just going to go for the Kaiser Seahorse, don't really care about losing this dude, see whether Tobias has any offensive threats to match up to it. Well, that's a lot of back row. Right, we're going to go for the Goblin Attack Force. We're going to get Nightmare Wield. Okay. We're going to go for the creature swap then. I'm going to steal your monster and give you the Goblin Attack Force. I don't really care. Pass the turn. Tobias is going to... What? Oh my god, Air Knight passed that. This is not good. We're going to lose our Kaiser Seahorse as Tobias draws a card because of the pass has effect. Right. We're going to go for the Goblin. Hopefully we can get on here. Please don't have any other back row. Nice. Okay. The Air Knight pass is down and the Goblin swaps to defensive mode. End turn. Tobias goes for the Pool of the Haunted. This is going to get out of hand. We lose the Goblin. Tobias draws another card. Take 1900 here. We can go for the premature here, pay the 8, grab back our own Goblin, and hopefully, once and for all, this Air Knight pass will stay dead. Set on the torrential, pass a turn. Tobias goes for the Nobleman, banishes the spy that he knows about, so both of us banish our spies, that's fine. Get them all out of here. He's going to go for the premature. Bring back the pass. At least here we can go for the torrential, clean up the board a bit, and just... Oh, that's good. We preemptively got rid of the 4-star Ladybug. Tobias then goes for the Kaiku as well. We'll take 1800 here. Thankfully, the Spear Dragon is looking pretty good. We're going to lose both the Goblin Attack Forces, so our Bazoo is going to be substantially weaker should we draw him. We'll go Spear Dragon in, get over the Kaiku, deal a little bit of damage, and hope Tobias is running out of monsters. Because we are. Oh my god, another premature. This is just unfair.
Why won't you stay dead?
Yeah, Air Knight comes down. We're going to take 1900. Nobleman is used to say, oh, and we just lose because of the Kaiser Seahorse. Damn. Well, my bravado about this being an unbeatable sealed deck quickly proved untrue as it got beaten very easily. That is annoying. Now next up, it's Flaming Eternity. Released on the 1st of March 2005, this set kind of is a bit of a joke. We obviously have the Sacred Phoenix of Nepthys, who is very strong, but it also quite niche. The other Ultra Rares are all pretty trash. Silent Swordsman level 5 never did anything. Gifford the Source Master is okay, but it's like too many steps to really be usable. Dancing Dragon is kind of cool. It's a decent level 8 fusion, so if we ever are playing a deck that summons a lot of level 8s, we could metamorphosis into this. They introduce a lot of cards that rely on coin flips here, and generally when your effect is relying on RNG, you're not a very good card. That's why this set is kind of not too well remembered. We do have the other Monarch in Grandmark, who's probably the weaker of the Monarchs so far. He does pop a set card when summoned, but if you are targeting a back row and they flip it up and it's like a continuous card, it then won't get destroyed because it's not set when the effect resolves, so this card is kind of just worse than Mobius in that regard. And yes, sure, it can out defense position monsters, and many cards better than this do that job already. As far as the other monsters go, Brainjacker is probably notable for the sealed. It's a bit like the Rafflesia Seduction. When you flip it, you take control of an opponent's monster by equipping it to it, and then the opponent will gain 500 life points each damage phase. As long as you have the Brainjacker in your spell trap zone, you have stolen their monster forever. And there's not too much spell and trap destruction in this set that can overpower this. Speaking of though, we do have Chiron the Mage. Lightning Vortex being a much weaker version of Raigeki. Still a pretty terrifying card should any of us get it. Likewise, the Swords of Concealing Light is kind of a weird retrain of Swords of Revealing Light, but is actually almost better in a sense because it basically forces everything the opponent controls into face down defense mode and they can't change them out of position. That means you can just run them over easily. Yes, the opponent can still attack during the turns it's active, but if you're just like basically flip setting everything your opponent controls. It's sort of like a Mega Book of Moon in some scenarios. Spiral Spear Strike is crazy that this card was printed here, but if you look at all the like Gaia support recently, it would seem that this card came out in like 2015, but no, this card is all the way back in 2005. The other traps are okay. We've got Phoenix Wind Blast, which in a lot of formats has been a really strong card as just like discard, put a card on top of the deck. It kind of dropped off as most decks became focused on the extra deck from obviously the 5Ds era, but prior to that this card was actually really powerful. Obviously it's not so good when you're committing 2 cards to basically put an extra deck monster back in the extra deck when you might as well be playing Compulsory Evacuation Device at that point.
Time has not been kind, dear.
Phoenix Wind Blast.
Deck Devastation Virus is kind of cool. It's come up a lot. There's been various decks throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history that have tried to make use of this card, and this was one of the first Ultimate Rares I ever owned, along with the Monster Reincarnation, so I've got a soft spot for this card. In the commons, we've got the last of the element cards in Valkyrie and Doom. They're okay, and then you've got the Hex Sealed Fusions that can make some weird fusion decks a little bit more consistent. Rescue Cat, actually, this is probably the card that's had the biggest impact for Flaming Eternity. Even post Errata, this card has been pretty nice in some decks, but before Errata, just being able to summon 2 level 3 or lower beasts from decks with their effects, and you could do anything you wanted with them, and it being a soft once per turn. Don't think more is nice as just a blanket way of skipping the battle phase, but yeah, not too much to really talk about here. Alright, let's flick on over to the collection and see how well we pulled. Alright, there's not too much that actually matters really here, so we're just going to be scrolling down quite quickly. We've got the Deck Devastation Virus, one of probably not consistent enough to actually run any deck with it. Gatling Dragon we did get a copy of. We got 1 Grand Marg, again not a very good card. Triple Phoenix Wind Blast, that's really the most important thing. Same with the Rescue Cat, so we got triple of that, triple of that. We got also at least 3 of every Hex Sealed Fusion and 3 Threatening Aura. So yeah, basically everything you could ask for from this set. Alright, let's flick on over to our deck. So I was just trying to correlate the fact that I have 2 Grand Margs here and a Brainjacker, but they're not listed as being in my collection. But when I looked over here to look at like the cards I've got from the set, I only have 205 from here instead of 216, which should be the case with pretty much every other core set. So somewhere along the line I've lost like 11 cards from my collection here.
How careless you were.
Not quite sure how that happens in an online simulator. Maybe they were pulled as non-first edition or something, and they didn't, I don't know, when they did like an update they disappeared. But yeah, so I guess at the time I did have 216 cards and would have had 1 Brainjacker and double Grand Marg, but they're not listed in the collection anymore, so sorry for the minor inconsistency there. I don't think it's going to matter too much, honestly, because I don't think I'm going to be playing these cards in any deck other than Sealed. But yeah, I did actually have 2 at the time because I obviously built this deck back when I did open it, and I wouldn't have just stuffed in 2 Grand Marg when I only had 1.
Or would I?
Looking at that profile, we've got Triple Insect Knight. This guy is more or less the strongest vanilla monster ever printed, going by flavor text alone, and it's just a 1900 that can... We've got double Space Mambo number 5 as well. 1700 attack isn't too great. We've got double Grand Marg. Yeah, he can pop a card. 2400, decent 1 tribute monster. Silent Swordsman level 5 is another decent 1 tribute monster who's just unaffected by spells, which doesn't come up too much because there aren't too many spells in this set that actually do anything, but 2300 attack is okay. We're playing double Chiron. I don't really like this card too much because I just think it's generally quite a lot of advantage that you have to give for something that you don't even know what you're really getting out of it. We're playing the Flame Ruler, who, yeah, kind of sucks on his own, but if we've got the element Valkyrie out, Valkyrie becomes a 2000 attacker. We've got the double Golem Sentry. This card is actually probably one of the better cards in the set. 1800 defense is surprisingly hard to out, outside of like Insect Knight exactly, and as long as it stays on the field and Tabas isn't able to out by battle each turn, we can just bounce one of his cards back to hand, which is nice. We've got double Kangaroo Champ.
Don't you dare stare! Look at a move! Don't ever compare!
Hyena just replaces itself with the other hyenas from the deck. Also, what I love about this card is even after PSCT, because the card is just like an animal, it says you can summon any number of hyenas from your deck. Technically, there is no card in Yu-Gi-Oh called Hyenas, so you should not be able to resolve this card's effect, but I think it's just taking it as read that you know that it means you can just summon 1 or 2 hyena monsters from your deck. But it's just kind of funny that this card, even post PSCT, doesn't actually work if you take its effect literally. We've got 2 Blade Rabbit. If we can get this guy in attack mode and miraculously survive a turn, he can start popping monsters. Unlikely to happen, but with maybe like a Phoenix Wing Wind Blast or a Threatening Roar, this guy could be pretty funny. Same with the Brainjacker, they're kind of the same vein, but where Blade Rabbit pops the monster Brainjacker, obviously if we flip it up we get Steal It. Double Beast Fangs. This card is pretty trash, but we're playing a decent number of beasts, and so if we can deal 500 damage with this a couple of times and maybe scum a win, that could be funny. Also, it's just like a spell to discard of Chiron for the most part. Likewise, Spell Absorption and the Feather of the Phoenix and the Meteor of Destruction. For the traps, we are playing 3 Good Goblin Housekeeping. Initially, this card is terrible because the first time you activate it, you basically draw a card, then put 1 card in your hand to the bottom of the deck. Well, the second one, you go even, and the third one, you actually +1. So, like, after using 3 traps, you'll end up with 1 card more in your hand. Crazy, right? We're playing triple Phoenix Wing Blast, just the best card in the set, just being able to send a card from hand to graveyard to put one of Tobias's cards on top of his deck, sets him back on tempo, and means that he has to like basically lose a draw, so that's really good. Triple Threatening Roar as well, just to ensure that we live another turn. In the side we've got some useless stuff like Big Tusk and Mammoth, and Penalty Game, which is kind of funny but not too useful. Right, let's hop on into the draws. Cool. Okay, looking at opening hand, 2 Flame Water is not what we like to see, but the Brainjacker could be good if Tobias ends up playing defensively. Not looking too promising, if I'm being honest. Right, Tobias is going to go for a set Spell Absorption, sure, and summon down the Mambo number 5. Also, Golem Sentry is pretty much the best draw we could have got here. Ooh, he is playing a good Golem, okay. Good Goblin Housekeeping, interesting. So Tobias is going to draw, put a card from his hand to the bottom of the deck. We're just going to set down the Golem Sentry, pass the turn, hope he doesn't draw into a big tusked mammoth.
What are you looking at, Bone Bag?
Sure, okay, you're going to aim 500 from the Beast Fangs, and our Golem Sentry's down. This looks like we just auto-lose. We've got nothing here. We're going to set down the Flame Water, pass. Tobias' turn. He's going to set a monster, we're going to lose the Flame Water. Our turn, we're going to set a monster, we're going to pass. Down comes Hyena, up goes the Sentry, and Blade Rabbit is back in our hand. Sentry goes to defense, sets himself back down, and we're going to take 30. We should have been able to take 3,800 damage there, but I guess Tobias forgot he could attack with the Golem Sentry. We're going for the Meteor of Destruction, just inflict 1,000 to Tobias, just so we can feel like we've done something, and we lose. That was like the world's quickest loss. Going first, this is a much different hand. We actually have some offensive threats. Though, that being said, we're just going to summon down the Hyena and hope it gets Disturb of Battle so we can summon 2 more from the deck. Tobias is going to also set a monster and pass it over. Oop. We're going to go Tribute for the Grandmarg and attempt to pop Tobias' set monster. Ooh, it's the Brainjacker. Get stomped on. Grandmarg, punch on in with those massive clobbering fists.
It's clobbering time.
Pass the turn. Tobias, do you have anything you can mount against this Grandmarg? Oh,
Conceal, don't fear.
pretty nicely concealing light. We're just gonna tribute though for the big tusked mammoth.
There's never been a player so tough.
You showed me the strength of this card before, Tobias. I'll side it in, and you will stand no chance when he run over your Golem Sentry. Tobias sets a card, passes my turn. Ooh, the good goblin comes down. Tobias is going to draw 1, put a card in his hand to the bottom of the deck. We're just going to get the pain train going with a Chiron the Mage. Discard the Feather of the Phoenix. Get rid of that penalty game. Oh my gosh, we played into it. Oh my gosh, absolute flipping travesty. We can't draw next turn. Damn. Okay, well that's not too bad given we've got pretty much the best hand you could possibly ask for at this stage of the game. Tobias is going to draw, he's going to set down the monster. Our turn, and we can't draw, that's fine by me. We can summon the element Valkyrie and head to battle. Big Tusk Mammoth, get on in there, kill the Hyena. Ugh. Okay, you're living another turn, Tobias. Out comes one Hyena, out comes the other. Clean them both up, Chiron and Valkyrie. Tobias summons a Mambo number 5, and we're going to lose the little bit of Valkyrie here. Our turn, we're going to draw the Golem Sentry and set this, and it's game. Let's see whether our deck can take us over the line. With the Inset Knight, finally, the card I put in the thumbnail for this video, finally showing up. Tobias is going to summon his own Inset Knight. Good job, we drew one of our own. And now, the only way an Insect Knight can actually be beaten is by another Insect Knight, as they mutually slay each other in combat.
How about a suicide pact?
We're going to set down the fort and pass it on over. So I was going to go for the Spell Absorption, sure, set down a monster our turn. We're going to go for the Good Goblin, draw a card, put a card in the bottom of the deck. We're going to go for the Good Goblin, draw 2. I'm going to put the Element Valkyrie in the bottom of the deck. We're going to summon down the other Insect Knight, and with this we can actually crack on over the Sentry. Oh, Tabas is going to go for his own Good Goblin, draw a card, put a card in the bottom of his deck, and then for his turn, he's going to go for the Lightning Vortex. Oh, we're getting Vorticular here. We're going to lose our Insect Knight, not too fussed, honestly, if we're going to take that. I'll take that 2 for 1 any day of the week. We're going to go for the Valkyrie here, see what we can punch him into. Golem Sentry, okay, take 300 and pass it over. Down comes another Spell Absorption, and the Golem gets set down. In the end phase, though, we're going to go for the Phoenix Wing Basket with the Brain Jack, put the Golem on top of the deck. Now we can start actively going in with our own Golem to mean that we can out-tempo Tabas's Golem, and we're going to do 1500 damage here, pass the turn. Tabas is going to draw the Sentry, set it down. Our turn, we're going to draw, we're going to go for the Good Goblin here. We're going to draw 3 cards. And then place 1 card in the bottom of our deck. We're going to flip over the Sentry, bounce that card to hand, tribute it for the Silent Swordsman level 5. And at this point in the game it's pretty much won. Now we've got the other Wing Blast in hand as well. We're going to deal 3800 here. And we're going to... I could have just set that to win. Oh well. Ooh, Beast Fangs is going to come down. Tabas gain 1000 from that. Right, our turn. Our turn, Good Goblin Housekeeping is going to fire off. Tabas is going to draw 2, put 1 card in the bottom of his deck. Doesn't matter. We're going to set down the Phoenix Wing Blast, tribute for the Grand Mark, pop Tabas as a monster, and that is just game over, baby. Now we have 2 progression decks to dazzle you with today. Up first is the old reliable Dragons. Now we've buffed out this deck a little bit with stuff like Homunculus since the last time we played it, but it sort of still centralizes really around Element Dragon and trying to make sure we have a fire and wind for this guy to really be an immense threat. To that end, we've got double Armed Dragon level 3 and the Armed Dragon level 5. We've got the DD Warrior Lady, just as a light to float on into with the Shining Angel. We've got triple Element Dragon, of course. This is just the premier card, basically our build around. Triple Homunculus, who can obviously become fire or wind. We've got the Jinzo, triple Masked Dragon. We've got the Mobius. We've got triple Shining Angel. We've got the Thestalos. We're playing quite a lot of tribute monsters because with stuff like the Troop Dragon and the Masked Dragon, we pretty much figure we always will have 1 monster on the field at least. Speaking of, we've got the triple Troop Dragon and then double UFO Turtle, which is an additional way to float on into the Masked Dragon. For spells, since we have so many monsters that float, we're plugging in 2 creature swap. This is a really effective way of giving Tobias one of our weak floaters and taking one of his strong monsters so we can run over our own monster, trigger its effect to something like back from the deck, and basically just combo off. We've got the Heavy Storm, we've got double Luminous Spark to further boost the Element Dragon, Prodigal Greed obviously, Premature Burial. Both of us have got 3 of this card, so we're just limiting this card immediately. There's no point trying to even play with this at 3 for our progression deck, so this card is just automatically on the limited list. But triple Stamping Destruction, just having access to easy spell type removal as long as I've got any of my dragons on the field is really good. And double Terraforming to search out the Luminous Spark. For the traps, we've got double Bottomless, 1 Ring of Destruction, and the 7 Tools of the Bandit. In the side deck, we've got some the Horse Line, no mana cost out, we've got the Spirit Dragon, and some decent traps if we know kind of what Tabas is on. We can go for the Trap Dust Shoot and the Mind Quad, and the Torrentials in case we're going into a scenario where Tabas is special summoning kind of more than we can cope with. Alright, looking at our opening hand, we've got all the recruiters, none of the gas. Tabas is going to go for set 3.
How many more times?
You're not still on water decks, Tobias. Okay, we're going to go for the Masked Dragon. We're going to go Stamping Destruction. Get ringed. We're going to get ringed even before we can do that. Take 1400, lose any sort of momentum the Masked Dragon could get us. Tabas is just going to summon down another Sea Serpent, and we are already losing over half our life points. This is not good. Element Dragon is okay to draw, but we don't really have any convincing way of getting him with multiple types. We're going to just go for the Troop Dragon shuffle here, just to basically survive a couple more attacks and float on into our final Troop Dragon. Hopefully we can draw something like a Mobius. At least we can go with Stamping Destruction here, try and eat away one of Tabas's back row, gets rid of the My Body. That isn't too bad. We're just going to set down the UFO Turtle because that can float us into the Masked Dragon, and then from there we're Frosty. Injection Fairy Lily. Right, we're going to lose UFO Turtle, go for the Masked Dragon attack mode. We're going to take the game. We're going to lose the game. Fairy's shot is just too big. Right, into game 2. Alright, going first, I love this hand. We've got so much in the way of back row, and smiling good with the pot of greed. We're going to go for the set a million and summon down the Masked Dragon, no fear. Tabas is just going to go for his set 3 and hammer shot. Okay, that's a spicy tech. Down comes Mystic Tomato. Is this just for the witch? I don't know. Alright, we're going to go for the ring. We're going to get my body. I'm going to lose 1400 from the attack directly. Alright, we're just going to set down the homunculus. I don't want to play into bottomless, and I figure this is the best way to get around it. Alright, down comes Zombio. We're just going to go for the bottomless. Bait that out of here. Mystic Tomato is going to attack in and take Tabas down by 200. We're going to draw the Trap Dust Shoot, pretty useless in this scenario. We're going to go for the creature swap, steal Tabas's Mystic Tomato just so we can tribute it off for the Jinzo. Which should hopefully out any of Tabas's back. Jinzo, get over the homunculus and set down 1 and end the turn. Tabas is setting and passing. Whoa! What a draw. We're going to go Premature Burial. Bring back the homunculus. And with this, we can make our Element Dragon swole. We're going to buff him. We're going to make him I don't even know what we're going to do. We're going to make him a wind, apparently. So he can attack twice. 1500 in. 24. 18. And that is nearly game. Kind of pointless to add the injection fairy when you can't actually use her. Boom! We are going to draw a decent suite of lights here. No access to the Element Dragon yet, but we're just staring down an injection fairy, so I'm not too worried. We're going to go for the Shining Angel and Tabas.
Is this the hill I want to die on?
Pay the 2,000. I'll take the 2,000 tax to summon down the second Shining Angel. Are you going to do it again, Tabas? This is just a really effective way of making the jewels quickly. Oh, we're going to go into DDY Lady here. Now, are you going to bother paying? You are going to pay. Okay, so they both get banished and we're both down to no life points. We're just going to set down the torrential past turn. Tabas is going to go for the teleport. This might be the... If you got my body, we just auto lose here. We could go torrential... Yes! Oh, no! Oh, well, it was kind of worth doing. Right, Tabas is going to go for the set 3s on buy. How have you got so many cards in your deck, Tabas? We're going to go for the standard construction, get rid of the bottomless, play the Masked Dragon, pass the turn. We're going to lose the Masked Dragon, floating into the middle one, which can't kill any of that. So we're going to draw the Element Dragon, get popped by the Raigeki break. Tabas is going to pick up an Injection Fairy Lily with his Witch, and we're going to go for the Wing, go to the Injection Fairy Lily. Ooh, we get my body though. We're going to lose our Masked Dragon here, floating into the middle one. Life points going crazy here. Tabas is going to go Raigeki break, clear the last one, and then we're going to take a big 3,400 from the Injection Fairy directly. Thankfully, we can go Homunculus now to clear these on bio because he's weak enough. Gravekeeper can clear out the Homunculus, and the Injection Fairy Lily is going to pay for game. We're going to go for the pot of greed, go for the terraforming, grab the luminous spark. How are we still doing in games? We're going to go for the Element Dragon, Trap Dust Shoot. We're going to shuffle back one of Tabas's most powerful monsters, and Tabas is going to set down 2, summon his own. What? You're playing Homunculus 2? What the hell is going on? Alright, somehow after all of this, Element Dragon stands alone. Okay, he doesn't stand alone against the Aqua Spirit. We're going to go for the Homunculus, clear the Aqua Spirit, and now Tabas is drawing to 1 with nothing else. We're going to go for the Mobius! Banish Tabas's Raigeki. Okay, Tabas has got 2 monsters on the field. We're going to clear 1 with the Shining Angel, and we're going to go for the Mobius into the other one. Oh, it's a Witch. Tabas is going to grab the Injection Fairy Lily. Damn. Fairy Lily comes down, Mobius dies. Then we're going to go for the Shining Angel, clear the final Witch. Tabas is going to grab some bio. We're going to creature swap, grab Tabas's Injection Fairy Lily, and then tribute it off for the Jinzo. Now we can clean out Tabas's board, trigger our own Shining Angel, grab the Element Dragon from the deck, attack on in for 1500, and pass the turn. Tabas is going to go for Zombio. We're going to go for the... Oh, we're going to save the bottomless because we can't actually do that because of the Jinzo. We're going to tribute the Shining Angel for the Thestos, get rid of the Sea Serpent, and this, Tabas, is your downfall. Oh, why are we still playing?
A question I ask myself every day.
Alright, Tobias is going to set 2, go for the Reaper booster up his C7. We're going to go for the Prog-richalcos best value heavy storm ever. You're playing vanilla trap hole. Oh my god. Alright, we're going to set down the Master Dragon. It's going to die. We're going to summon the third one. Go into the Armed Dragon level 3 at the end of the chain. 3 will float into 5. And then another time we can 5. Discard the Homunculus, pop the Sea Serpent, summon down the Shining Angel, and start cracking over Tobias's board with the Bottomless and the 7 tools as backup. We're feeling pretty good here. Hammer Shot though is a convincing out. We're going to lose our Shining Angel as well, which thankfully can float on into the Element Dragon. We're going to go for the Stampede Destruction, pop the Trap Hole, go for Luminous Spark, go for Premature Barrel, bring back the Armed Dragon level 3, and with this Tobias, we're going to be able to attack twice with the 2000 attack Armed Dragon, sorry, 2000 attack Element Dragon and then the Armed Dragon, and that's the game, baby! Alright, bizarrely, we just kept on going, so we're just going to summon down the Element Source, set down the card, pass the turn. Tobias is going to go for Homunculus, we're just going to banish it out of here with the Bottomless. Our turn. We're going to go for Stampede Destruction, clear out Tobias's ring. Alright, both of us are going to take the 1500 as well. And finally, we're going to go for the Homunculus, attack on in, deal another 1800. Tobias will go. What? What? Are you finally playing a non-water deck?
It's finally happening!
Oh, I might have to play this out with normal speed. Berserk Gorilla. Oh my god, this is crazy, right? We're going for the Premature Burial. We're going to revive back our Homunculus. Homunculus, get out of here. Summon the Thessalos. Let's rip a card from Tobias' hand. What are you playing? Please tell me. Okay, well, the Witch doesn't really reveal much. Please tell me you're playing like Beast Down. Right, we're going to clear the Berserk Gorilla. Come on, Tobias. What do you want? What do you want? Okay, he's just going to send a monster. Oh, man. We're going to go for the Shining Angel. Attack on in. Giant rat! Oh my god, we're on rat, we're on beast, we're on earth turbo. I'm not gonna let you float with the Thessalos. Oh my gosh, what a cad move. We're gonna summon the Mobius Frost Blast. Okay, we're gonna get destroyed by the Bottomless and the Raigeki break, outing both of our Monarchs in one. Gemini Elf! Oh, he's on the earth! He's on the earth! We're gonna go Terraforming, grab our Luminous Spark, and pass the turn. We don't really have anything else we can do. Tobias' move. Rat goes vertical. Bazoo! How old are you feeling, Bazoo? He feels like he's 25. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take 3900 here. And that's the game. You see what happens when you play with more than just water attributes, Tobias? Fun things. Oh, we're gonna keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep the train going. We're going to set down the Shining Angel with the Instruction. Tobias is going to go for the Prog-richalcos. He's smiling for Tobias. Sounds good to me. Tobias is going to set 2 Gaia Power. And the Homunculus is going to become Earth for the turn, clearing the Shining Angel as we float on into the middle one. Our turn. We're going to tribute for the Mobius. Frost Breath. Oh my god. Just bottomless disrespect. Oh, at least we got rid of a second bottomless there. That's not too bad. We're going to go for the Premature Burial, bring back the Shining Angel just so we at least have something that can protect our life points. Injection Fairy, the G's with the Gaia Power, that's 3900. Then we've got the ring just to clear it, and we're going to float on into the Element Dragon. We're going to go for the Stamping Instruction, clear out the Trap Hole, then we're going to go for the Terraforming, grab ourselves Luminous Spark, which we can use to out the Gaia Power, and make our dragon bigger. We're going to go for the Homunculus, change him to Wind, so Element can attack twice. Bam! Bam! Thank you, ma'am. And that's a shocking amount of damage to Tobias. Tobias' turn. He's going to set down a monster. Set down a card and pass. We're going to go for the Armed Dragon level 3. The Raigeki break clears out the Element Dragon. I don't feel too bad about that because now Tobias has like nothing in hand. Oh, the Witch is going to slightly remedy that. So Tobias is going to grab Bazoo. He do be eating souls tonight, boys. Armed Dragon level 3, we can do 1200 damage. Then comes Bazoo, buffed up to 25. He's going to have to eat the Armed Dragon level 3 alive. We're going to take 1300 here. We can't quite deal with the Bazoo because our Homunculus is only at 2300. So we're going to set down a card, set down the Troop Dragon, pass the turn. Tobias' Bazoo weakens again, but he's going to go for the Raigeki break. We're going to go for the 7 tools. Oh, that was a rookie mistake. Tobias, or I suppose it wasn't, I guess because you can just banish the one. Clean out the Troop Dragon, because now your Bazoo dies. And so do you. Well, not quite yet. We'll see what happens for you in the final draw. Okay, he's drawn a monster at least. At least he's not out of the water just yet. We're going to go for the second Troop Dragon. Homunculus, punch on in. Oh, that is bad news for us. Rat goes into the Hyper Hammerhead. And we don't have much to say about that. But we're going to turn one of our troop dragons sideways and then the turn. Tobias is going to turn his monster sideways and set down a new one. Ooh, the UFO turtle is pretty good here. We're going to summon it down, hope we can go for game here. UFO turtle punching into the Hyper Hammerhead, bounces itself back to hand. Homunculus can go for this next one. Ah, another rat. Rat is going to grab Tobias. Another Hyper Hammerhead. Well, that's our turn done. Tobias sets down a card, turns this guy sideways. Ah, this might just be game. Right, let's put this on fast forward just because there's a lot of games and my voice is getting tired. Right, I don't know why I kept the trap dust shoot in when I'm going second. We're going to get trap hold. We're going to go for the trap dust shoot. It does actually pay off. We're going to get rid of Tobias's injection failure, which actually just goes into the deck, so it shouldn't go into the graveyard. Right, we're going to take a lot of damage from the witch here. We're going to set down the Shiny Angel. Shiny Angel's going to float into his middle one, and then Tobias is going to be able to start. We're going to go for the massive 3-for-1 value off of our heavy storm. We're going to tribute the armed dragon level 5. That's going to pop his monster. We're going to get killed by the hammer shot, take a lot of damage. And the Hyper Hammerhead is just going to be enough to sweep over the armed dragon level 3. And with that, we are out of the game. There is more, unfortunately. Sasuke comes down. What the hell are you playing this time? Prog-richalcos. Oh, wait, this is Tobias. Tobias has actually made different decks. This is like a light deck. Tobias has made more than just water. Oh my god, this is Christmas. This is Christmas to me. It's a couple of weeks too late for Christmas, but this is my present. Thank you, Tobias. Oh man. Okay, Troop Dragon's going to go into Troop Dragon, and we are not looking too well. We're going to go for the Thustalos here, try and rip a card out of Tobias' hand. We are going to get Bottomless, of course. That basically seems to be the play. If you summon the Monarch, it's going to get Bottomless. We're going to get rid of the Unhappy Girl. Yikes. We're going to go for a Prodigy. Tobias is going to go for the Luminous Spark. Oh, this is just... I think this is just game over. Yeah, that is just game over. The light of destruction, as they say in Yu-Gi-Oh! So my turn, we're going to go for Prodigy. This gets us into a few of our interesting cards. We're going to go for the Masked Dragon. I can't believe we've got all of these cards and only like one spell trap in our first 8 cards in deck. Uh-oh. Luminous Spark, Sasuke. We're going to take our Masked Dragon to town. He's going to go into the Armed Dragon level 3, which at least can float us into the level 5 Commander down my phase.
Level me up.
Denied! Sit down!
Not if Ring of Destruction has anything to say about it. He dies, we both take 1400. I'm just going to set down the Shining Angel. Hysteric Fairy. That's hysterical. Shining Angel, both are going to die, and we're into the final Angel. We're going to tribute for the Jinzo, at least shut off Tobias' traps, and thankfully Jinzo is just big enough to get through past the Sasuke, dealing 100 damage here. Tobias' turn, Hammer Shot. Masked Dragon comes down, and that is just so much damage. So we're going to go for the Homunculus, buff to 2300, clean out Tobias' monsters, and I hope he just doesn't have any answers to the Jinzo. Thunder Nyan Nyan! 2400. Well, that's the Jinzo dead. And then Michizoi! Okay. We lose the Homunculus. Thankfully we have UFO Turtle. I don't know why I didn't go aggressive there. I really should have done. But, you know, needs must. Okay, Shining Angel is going to clear out the UFO Turtle. UFO Turtle is going to float into the Masked Dragon. And we're going to go for the Didi Roller Lady. Trap Hole! You're just playing all the bad cards here to us. Masked Dragon and Shining Angel are enough to out both the first Masked Dragon and the second Masked Dragon. And with that, we're going to go into the Troop Dragon because we're rapidly running out of decent cards. Creature Swap though is a good card. We can summon the Element Dragon. It's going to be buffed by the light and the wind, so it can attack twice. So it just clears 2 Shining Angels. I'm going to end the turn. So we're going to Ring of Destruction the Unhappy Girl. Oh, I guess because we can't actually ring the other 2 cards, and this basically gives us 1 extra turn. End with 1 final Troop Dragon, our turn.
Nice.
That's a pretty good draw. We're going to go for the Creature Swap here, steal Tobias' Shining Angel, then we're going to tribute it off for the Armed Dragon level 5. Level 5 we can use to punch on over the Mirage Dragon. We're going to go for the Troop Dragon, discard to pop out the other Troop Dragon just so Tobias has nothing on board, and it's over to us. Oh, we're finding our feet. Terraform is going to grab us our Luminous Spark. Not that it makes any difference when Tobias is also on it. We can go for the Element Dragon here. Hope at 2000 attack. This might be enough to just make sure Tobias has no possible out next turn. And we're going to put Tobias down to 1100. Pass a turn. Tobias sets and passes. And that's the game, baby. What a comeback. The dragons. Just the endless conga line of dragon buddies. I'm a scaly confirmed.
You and me both.
Right, Tobias is going to set down one, summon the Homunculus with the Luminous Spark. We're going to go for the Prog-richalcos, draw 2. We're going to go for a set of our field spell just so we don't have to clog our zones. Oh, that actually does it out. I forgot in old field spells you could just set one to out it. Look, we actually have a way to get past the Homunculus even by lowering its attack. Down comes the Air Knight Pass Sash, which we're going to bottomless. Oh, that's why you've pivoted to lights. Air Knight Pass Sash is a pretty good win con, I'm not going to lie. Dust Tornado is going to come down, pop the ring. We're going to flip over the UFO Turtle. That's going to get hit by the Trap Hole. And then we're going to summon down the Element Dragon and punch on in for 2000. And then with Tobias drawing to only 2 cards. Oh, the Hysteric Foe is a pretty good card to have. So we're going to lose our Element Dragon. We're going to set down the Troop Dragon. Tobias is going to go for the Unhappy Girl. That is actually strong enough to out the Troop Dragon. So we're going to lose 2 of them. Summon the final one. Pass the turn. Right, we're going to go for the Stampede Instruction. Get rid of Tobias' Gravekeeper break. Now we go for our Terraforming. And then we're going to summon the Warrior Lady. And use the Warrior Lady to punch on over the Hysteric Fairy. Get them both out of here. Troop Dragon, we're going to keep in defense mode. Shining Angel is going to come down. That's a nice out. And we're going to take 400 damage from the Unhappy Gal. Torrential's decent if Tobias ever commits to another monster. That's like a crazy good way of dealing with his entire board. Nothing. Pass. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Bye-bye. Lose your board. The Torrential Man. There's a whole lot of nothing going on here as we're trying to... As both of us try and draw a monster that is actually playable. Yan Yan is one of those monsters, but it's not going to be here for long. Yan Yan. We go for our own Homunculus. Boost it up to 2300, and with this we can half Tobias' life points.
Hammer time!
Hammer shot's pretty good. Oh, we're going to get halved by the Hysteric Fairy. We draw the Master Dragon, which is decent. We can at least set that down and preserve some life points. So we're going to use 2 Master Dragon here. I could have summoned it in defense mode. Oh, I had to summon it in attack mode because of the Grandmaster Sasuke would have just popped it. Alright, finally get into the Arm Down level 3. Arm Down level 3 we can use to get our Arm Down level 5 from the deck. I'm going to go Stampede Destruction, get rid of the Luminous Spark, and then we are going to go for the Premature Burial here. Pay 8, bring back the Master Dragon, and then we're going to tribute the Master Dragon off for the Jinzo. And now with these 2 absolute Giga Chads, I don't think there's anything Tobias can do to stop them. They're going to deal 1200 damage here, and that is the game! Our other progression deck is a deck I've been wanting to play for so long. Ever since Invasion of Chaos, I really have not made use of the Chaos monsters we've pulled. I played them, I think, in one of my decks, and that's about it. But now, with access to triple Spy, behold, Gravekeeper Chaos. Now, you might think there's a bit of anti-synergy because of Necro Valley and being able to summon these guys, but we're only playing the one Necro Valley, and the real use of the Gravekeepers is just as an effective Dark Engine, so... yeah, there's negative synergy potentially. If we have Necro Valley out, we can't actually summon our big Chaos dudes. Hopefully that's not going to be the case. Looking at our deck, we of course have BLS and Double Chaos Sorcerer. These are just the big daddy monsters. They are almost unparalleled in power for monsters at this time in Yu-Gi-Oh! We've got the one Donzalug, decent dark monster to float on into with the Mystic Tomato, especially if we can use its effect to rip something out of Tobias' hand. We've got double Gravekeeper's Assailant, 1 Chief, double Guard, double Spear Soldier, and triple Spy. This is just a robust suite. Mostly we're going to be spying into Spy, and Guard can be kind of useful as a defensive threat. Assailant and Spear Soldier aren't too useful, but if we've got the Necro Valley out, they become 2000 attackers that have some decent niche uses. We are playing Jinzo, Mobius of course, triple Mystic Tomato, 1 Sangan, and for our light package we are playing just the triple Thunder Dragon. And I might think, come on Ben, 3 light monsters and you're playing Chaos Sorcerers and BLS? Like, are you Alex Simo or something? You've got to play more than 3 lights to make use of them. Well, I do hear you, but that's where painful choice comes in. With this, we can almost always ensure that we get our Thunder Dragons to the grave or to hand, so technically we have 4 lights.
Will 4 lights be enough?
More than enough.
We are playing Card of Safe Return because we've got Rite of Spirit, which is an inner archetype revival spell for the Gravekeepers, and of course Premature Burial and Shallow Grave. There's a decent number of cards that we can actually proc off of Card of Safe Return to draw us more cards. We've got the Heavy Storm, we've got the Necro Valley, we've got the Painful Choice, we've got the Prodigal Greed, we've got the Premature Burial, we've got Double Terraforming, we've got Shallow Grave, and we've got the Upstart. Just a litany of DM era staples. Then looking at our traps, obviously we've still got the Ring of Destruction, Triple White Spirit, 1 7 tools, and Double Torrential. We've elected to put Bottomless to the side for this one. Anyway, let's hop on into the replays to see how we did. Right, looking at this opening hand, this is kind of okay. Oh my, the Stun Water deck.
This is a disaster.
That is kind of a bad thing for me. That is really bad for me. I don't have that much spell trap removal in my deck. We're going to go for the Torrential here, get the easy 2 for 1. I know we are going to lose our Spy here, but we can't really deal with Gravekeeper with anything in our hand. We're going to go for the Sangan. At least Sangan is able to play under the level limit. I'm going to swipe down to Barca's life points. Down comes the Mermaid Knight. No shot are you playing that. I played this Umi deck and it lost terribly. Why are you playing it to Barca? I mean, it's better than just like pure Umi Ruka, but oh man, I'm just excited to see you playing different cards, man. It's great. It's really great. Right, Sangan's going to grab us the Gravekeeper's Guard, and the Mermaid Knight's going to be able to attack once more, dealing us another 1500. We're going to draw the Premature Burial. Kind of good. We're just going to set down the Guard. I know it's pretty telegraphed, but sometimes you have to. Gravekeeper's going to come down. We're going to go for the second Torrential. Just get them out of here. We're going to go for the Premature Burial, play 800, bring back the Sangan just so we can start doing some damage. We're going to set down the Spy, head on in for the Sangan. So, C7 comes down. Oh no, and the Aqua Spirit 2. Well, that's us losing both the Sangan, which we're going to use to fight Mystic Tomato. Oh, and then Spy is going to just about live because of the Aqua Spirit attacking into it. Anyway, we're going to go for the Chaos Sorcerer. We're going to use Chaos Sorcerer, banish the C7 Warrior Darkness, set down on Mystic Tomato, pass. Warrior Darkness comes down, we're going to lose Mystic Tomato, that's going to float into the middle Mystic Tomato, that's going to float into the third Mystic Tomato, and Tabasa are going to understand. Now, I'm honestly just going to put this on fast forward because we're just going to start like picking apart Tabasa's board, but I don't see any way that we can actually do damage at the moment. I'm not sure what spell trap removal we even have left in the deck. Donzaluga is going to get summoned out of the final Mystic Tomato. We're going to banish with the Chaos Sorcerer. Tornado Wall is going to come down, and now we actually can't even declare an attack. Bottomless is going to out with the Gravekeeper's Chief. We're just going to sit staring to us. We're going to deck out, aren't we? Because we've got less cards in deck. We can't do anything up to this. This is just catastrophic. We're going to go for the Terraforming, just grab the Necro Valley, thin our deck even more just in case. Oh, that actually outs the ALO. But we still are screwed because of the level limit. I thought like maybe we had something there. ALO is going to get searched with Terraforming, Summon played again, and we're just going to get absolutely hosed here. We're going to go for the Mobius, pop the level limit area B and the Bottomless, and this is like my only chance of winning. We're going to banish them both, summon down the Black Luster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, to attack mode my monsters, and boom, boom, that is game. Right, Tabasa going to go for the level limit area B, fire off his ALO as well. Oh, he's just actually going to go for the Terraforming Search now. He doesn't really want to commit. We're going to go for the Painful Choice, send 2 Mystic Tomato, 2 Thunder Dragon, and the Upstart Goblin, guaranteeing we have a Light and Dark. Tabasa going to go as the Upstart Goblin. I actually think that's probably the worst card you could have given me there, especially when it leads me into Prodigal Greed, which I'm going to use to draw 2. We're just going to set down 3. Summon the... Oh, activate this Shallow Grave, because the bastard's got nothing in his graveyard. Can that actually be played if the bastard's nothing in the graveyard?
Is that legal?
No, you fool.
That might be a misplay. Okay, Gravekeeper's just going to clear the Spear Soldier. We're going to go for Necro Valley, get rid of the ALO. That's going to flip his Gravekeeper to defense because of the level limit. And I'm going to pass the turn. We'll just put this on fast forward until we draw Mobius. Monsters are going to get summoned. Monsters are going to get set. We're going to flip guard, bounce one who wants to hand. Then here comes the Mobius. So we're going to go for the level limit and the final one. Twice they're going to hit us with the bottomless. We are not going to 7 tools. That strange. Twice is going to lose the level limit and the Raigeki break. He's going to go for the Raigeki break on the Ring of Destruction. We're going to flip over all of our monsters. Spy summons the assailant. We're going to go for battle. Oh my god, Raigeki break. We're going to lose Assailant here. We're going to go Righteous Spirit, bring the Assailant straight back.
Did you miss me?
Mystic Tomato is going to attack over the Garagio. Spy will hit into Nightmare Penguin. Oh, I'm not strong enough for that. And then Donzalug is going to try and get over the Mermaid Knight. In the main phase 2, we're just going to set down 2 cards, pass the turn. Twice we're going to go for the Podagui, draw 2. Oh god, level limit. I think we just lose, right? I'm just going to put us on fast forward. Now I've done Mobius, I don't think we have another out to level limit. We decided in the Magic Jammers, but I guess too late. Oh, Heavy Storm, I guess we clear everything and then hope that's enough. Donzalug, what are you going to whip out here? The Don is going to take out Galagigo and we're going to end the turn level limit. Thankfully we have the Magic Jammer. Galagigo comes down. Same with the Aqua Spirit. We're going to lose both our Gravekeeper Spy and our Gravekeeper Soldier here. Thankfully, actually no, none of our monsters are strong enough now. Oh man. We're going to go for the Sangan. Gravekeeper Spy is going to go to the grave. Gravekeeper Chief is going to go to the grave. We're going to go for Spy forward. We're going to summon down the Jinzo and hope this is enough. Jinzo outs the Aqua Spirit and we're going to end the turn. Tabasa going to go for ALO and we're going to lose the Spy here. Well, if it's Tornado Wall, it's fine because Jinzo negates that. I think I've gone through all of your level limits, right? Oh, yeah, I've gone through all level limits and Tornado Wall is useless. We're going to flip over the Spy, summon the Assailant. Assailant. Hit on him, babies. This should be game. Yes. Oh, that was a slog. But wait, there's more. Wait, heading into the next match, we are still rocking our Gravekeeper's build. Tabasa going to go for the Witch of the Black Forest, commanding Metal Raiders lead there. We're going to go for the Thunder Dragon Shuffle, send 2 to the graveyard, add the third one to hand. We're just going to go for the Gravekeeper's Guard face down and pass the turn. We're also going to tribute summon for the Air Knight Pass. Okay, he's bringing back his lights. Fair enough, they were probably his most effective deck. Lights versus the Gravekeepers. Air Knight Pass Test boosted up to 2400 is going to be able to punch through the guard. So whilst the Air Knight Pass Test will bounce back to hand, Tabasa will at least net a draw from this. Thankfully no back row, which is really good to see. Oh, he's going to grab the Shining Angel, which he forgot to grab with the Witch, fair enough. Right, our turn, we're just going to go for the... Oh, we got one back row. We're going to go for the Mystic Tomato, summon him in, punch on down, and thankfully he is able to get through. Tabasa's go. Down comes Shining Angel, boosted up to 1900. So he's going to out one of our Mystic Tomatoes. We're going to go into Sangan. Tabas passes. We're going to card a safe turn. We're going to summon down the Chief. Chief is going to bring back the guard. We're going to draw 1. And then Sangan is also... We're just going to ignore Sangan's effect here.
Yes, we are.
Alright, so we're also going to summon down another Shining Angel. That's going to crash with the Chief. Summons down his third one from the deck. And thankfully Guard is beefy enough that he doesn't die. We're going to tribute for the Mobius and attempt to blow out Tabasa's 2 back row. Down comes Hammer Shot and Michizuru. Wow, it actually clears. Okay, we're going to actually play the Mobius theme for a decent while now. I always play it like whenever I summon Mobius and then he normally dies immediately, so I have to cut it immediately. But this time we're actually going to get to listen to these epic bombastic score for a hot minute. We're going to summon down the Gravekeeper's Chief with the Righteous Spirit, draw 1 card back, and it's Mobin time, baby! Mobius, Gravekeeper's Chief, deal with Tabasa's board. He loses his Shining Angel, can't float on in. Oh, are you only playing Shining Angel for Shining Angel? Uh-oh, Tobias. Mobius is going to be your downfall. Tabasa summons the Unhappy Girl. Okay, my turn. Wait, what does this one do? This card can't be destroyed by battle once in attack mode, and once the battle this card can't attack. Oh, okay, so basically, if we attack it, our Mobius gets put on ice. Set down the Gravekeeper Spy, pass a turn. Pass to go. He's gonna set down, we know he's coming, we know who's coming, the end, like pass out 2400. And down goes Mobius. Last, premature burial to bring back the Partas. I'm so glad this isn't a quick play, because man, if you imagine that, doing that to then clear the spy. Right, thankfully it goes over to us. And we don't actually have a convincing answer here. We're just gonna set down the tomato and just kind of stall out a bit here with our two defensive monsters. Tabas's turn. He's gonna summon his own tomato. And like Partas strikes on over. Tabas is gonna deal 1300 here and draw a card, and then we summon out the Spear Soldier, which thankfully is strong enough for his tomato not to be able to attack over. Tabas is going to go for the tomato into the spy. Tabas is going to take 600 here, and we're going to summon out another spy. We're building up our defenses quite nicely, but we don't have anything proactive we can actually do with any of these cards. We're just going to summon down the Assailant, and that's going to get banished by the Bottomless. I kind of think that's a weak Bottomless use, and you probably should have saved that for if I were to draw like a Chaos Monster or anything good. We're just going to go for the Spear Soldier, attack over the tomato, deal 100. Tabas is probably going to go into Witch with this, right? Yeah, Witch. Okay, and we're going to pass it on. Right, Tabas's turn. Down goes the Witch for another pass. Oh my, this is going to get out of hand super quickly. Tabas is going to grab the Homunculus with the Witch, and then we're going to lose both spies here. Take 800 as Tabas draws 2. Oh man, and then wait, what is going on? Oh no, I'm gonna get chaosed myself. The Chaos Sword comes down, banishes the Spear Soldier, and unless I draw BLS here, yep, that is the game. Damn, man, that is a really spicy light and dark deck. I actually really approve. And like past after putting in so much work. Alright, I'm liking my hand though. We've got some of our Stalwart Darks, and we've obviously got the Chaos Sword. So we're going to go for the Terraforming, grab ourselves a Necro Valley. We're not going to use it just yet, we just want to hold it in hand for a while. Or summon the Mystic Tomato, set down the Bottomless Trap Hole. I want Tabas to know exactly what he's dealing with. Tabas are going to set a monster, pass it back to us. And draw Bottomless here, not too useful. We're going to tribute for the Jinzo, hopefully ice out Tabas's back row, as it appears I have done so. And then Jinzo should be able to swipe on over whatever Tabas has set. Witch is down. Ding dong, the Witch is dead, and the Unhappy Girl is searched instead. Here we go for the Luminous Spark into the Unhappy Girl. 900 attack Giga Gao. Oh, how I love Mobius, but I can't really use him at this moment. And we don't really want to waste our Jinzo's one attack on the Unhappy Girl, so we're just going to pass it in. Tabas is going to pass. Yes! We can do the Thunder Dragon Shuffle. 1, 2, grab the third, and now Tabas, you did this to me game 1. I'll banish a light and a dark. Arise, the Chaos Sorcerer, and sweep away his Unhappy Girl. Kabam! And we're then going to tribute for the Mobius. Ice out your Luminous Spark and one of your back row. No bottomlessing for you, Tabas. Did you forget Jimmy Joe's on the field? Ooh, we get that with the Cowl of the Haunted, not bad. And then we're going to head into battle, deal a whopping 4,800. Zombara comes down, and that's just an admission that you have lost to the power of Mobius. Alright, final game for the episode at last, and we're going to be able to hit fast forward on here, because man, my voice is dead. My voice was dead before I started recording, and it's like, it's expired. It's gone to the realm beyond. Right, we're going to go for the Thunder Dragon Shuffle, summon down the DD already, out the Witch of the Black Forest. We don't want Tabas getting a search from that. Tabas are going to go for the Shining Angel with the Luminous Spark, freezing up to 1900. We're going to go for the Necro Valley, summon down the Gravekeeper's Ascendant, clear out the Shining Angel. Witch is always going to come down, clear out our Ascendant. Tabas is going to get a second Shining Angel from deck. Terraforming is going to come down, Luminous Spark is 2, outing our Necro Valley. Down goes the down comes Airlight Passes. We're going to take 2400 here, then we're going to summon the Chaos Sorcerer, banish his Passes out of here. So I'm going to go for the Zombira, clean out the Spy. Spy is going to,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
We're going to flip over the guard, get rid of Tabas's Zombira, that's going to die to the Trap Hole. Then we're going to be able to punch on him with the Chief using the card of safe return to draw another card. Homunculus is going to come down, Chief is going to die. We're going to turn our monster sideways and set down the spy. Zombardo is going to come out. We're going to lose our spy here, but thankfully we've got one more spy to float on into. We're going for the Premature Bow, who'll pay the 800 to grab back the Chaos Sorcerer, tribute for the Thunder Dragon boosted up with the light, and clean out Tabas's monsters here. I'm going to set down one card. Injection Fairy Lily. With a Homunculus, we're going to go for the Torrential, just clean out the whole board here. Our turn, we're going to go for the Heavy Storm, get rid of Tabas's one remaining back row, so we can safely go for the Mystic Tomato, back on in for 1400. I probably could have just gone for the BLS there, but I was like, I'll give Tabas a pity turn. Okay, Zombardo's going to come down. We're going to go for the BLS here, and that is game! Man, those were some games, right? Next episode, we're opening 8 sets. Yeah, that's right, we're opening 8 entire sets next episode. Tournament pack 1 through to 8. Hopefully it should be a little bit shorter than this episode. This is like the longest one I've done for a couple of months. I'd rather a long episode where I'm facing lots of interesting decks from Tabas rather than just playing Umiruka beats. So the ALO deck with the level limits, awesome. The what were the other two? The light deck, awesome. The earth deck didn't work as well as the other two, but was still pretty cool to see. And I'm looking forward to actually looking at Tabas's deck profiles as I put them on the screen at the end of the episode. Normally I just get Tabas to send me his deck profiles, and I just flash them at the end of the episode just so everybody can see exactly what he was working with. And it doesn't normally matter too much because they're normally all just like the Umiruka deck with like a couple of changes. But this time, these are some actually pretty fire decks, even though no fire monsters were actually involved. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the episode. I did too. This is a load of fun, even though my voice is going to be dead tomorrow, more dead than it already is. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe. Bye bye.